I remember the moment everything unraveled like it was yesterday. My phone buzzed on the kitchen counter while I was making coffee, the soft glow of the screen cutting through the morning light. It was her message. We need to talk. Don't hate me. Nothing about it seemed alarming at first, but the way my stomach dropped, I knew. I just didn't know how much. At first, I told myself I was overreacting. Maybe it was something at work, some stress she hadn't wanted to talk about. But over the next few weeks, the signs stacked up like bricks in my chest. She started answering her phone in another room. Her laughter suddenly hushed when I walked by. She left tiny digital traces, texts deleted before I could read them, emails opened and closed too quickly to notice, and excuses. Oh, the excuses. Late work meeting, project emergency. I forgot my phone in the car, all believable, all meticulously rehearsed. I questioned myself constantly. Was I being paranoid? Was I imagining betrayal where there was none? Every memory began to twist in my mind. The way she used to brush her hair behind her ear in the morning, the warmth of her hand when it brushed mine. It all felt suspect now, as if it had been part of a lie I hadn't recognized. The real heartbreak came unexpectedly. I was trying to fix the Wi-Fi when her phone slipped from the couch. Unlocked. I didn't mean to look. I swear I wanted to return it to her. But the screen lit up with a text from her boss. My heart stopped. Can't wait to see you tonight. We need to figure this out. At first, I stared at the words, frozen. My mind refused to believe what my eyes had just seen. I thought maybe it was innocent, a misread context. But as I scrolled, I saw months of conversations, inside jokes, secret plans, confessions I was never meant to know. My wife, the woman I had trusted with everything, had been hiding another life right in front of me. I confronted her that night. My hands trembled as I held the phone between us. My voice barely above a whisper. Is this true? She didn't deny it. Not immediately. Her eyes, wide and glossy, were full of panic, guilt, and something else, entitlement. Yes, she said finally, but I want you to understand. I need you to raise this child. It felt like the floor had disappeared beneath me. Raise his child? The man she had been seeing behind my back. The man whose laughter and messages had replaced mine in her private moments. And she wanted to love it as my own? My chest tightened, my throat raw. I could feel my love, my memories, my entire life, twisting it on themselves. You want me to be a father to his child? I asked, each word breaking apart inside me. She nodded, tears streaking down her face. I can't have him leave. Not now. Please, just try to understand. I remember the nights after that, lying awake, staring at the ceiling, tracing every memory of us and wondering if it had ever been real. Every laugh we shared, every promise whispered in the dark. It felt contaminated by her lies. The smell of her perfume in the hallway, once comforting, now made my stomach turn. Even the small things, her cup left on the counter, the way she hummed in the shower, they became reminders of betrayal. I tried to process it logically, tried to separate my anger from my heartbreak, but it was impossible. Anger burned first, hot and consuming. Then grief, like a quiet flood, washing over me in moments I couldn't predict. Seeing a family on the street, hearing a song we used to love, finding her hairbrush left on the dresser. And through it all, a strange, hollow love lingered. The part of me that wanted her to be the woman I thought she was, to go back to the life we had. The confrontation came again, calmer this time. We sat at the kitchen table, sunlight cutting through the blinds, dust motes floating like tiny witnesses in the air. I needed to know everything, the who, the when, the how, the why. She spoke with trembling honesty, no excuses, no lies, just painful truths. She admitted to the first fling, the lies to cover it up, the pregnancy she hadn't known how to tell me about. And when she asked me again to accept and raise a child, I felt something inside snap. Not hatred, not relief, but clarity. I can't, I said quietly, finally certain. I can't raise a child that isn't mine from a love I never shared. I can't pretend. I can't forgive this, not for you, not for me. She cried, but I felt the last shreds of my confusion lift. It hurt. Oh, how it hurt. But I knew that staying would destroy me in slow, quiet ways. Walking away, leaving the house that had been ours, leaving her to face the consequences of her choices. That was the only way I could reclaim myself. I left that night, packed a bag, kissed the memories goodbye, and stepped into a life I would have to rebuild from scratch. There was no dramatic shouting, no fiery vengeance, just the quiet strength of a man who had loved fully and refused to be diminished by betrayal. In the months that followed, the heartbreak lingered, a dull ache beneath the surface. But slowly, life returned to me, piece by piece. I laughed again. I slept again. I trusted myself to feel, to hope, to move forward. And though the wound of her betrayal would never fully disappear, I learned something powerful, that my value, my love, and my future could not be dictated by someone else's selfish choices. Sometimes, I still see her in the city, or hear about her from mutual friends, and I feel a flicker of what we had, but it no longer controls me. I have learned to carry my heart carefully, to honor my own worth, and to never allow someone else's deceit to define my life. I lost a wife, yes, but I found myself, and in that, there is a quiet, unshakable strength that no betrayal can ever take away.